I was never complacent, put my foot on the pavement. In my dream I was chasing, while my girl waited patient. Spent a lifetime on this music shit, going nowhere, I was losing it. She was right there enduring this, while her folks like, why she doing this? But Shawty didn't care what nobody said. She was gonna ride to the day I'm dead, stay by my side when the others fled. So I'm convinced that she deserves it all. She believed in me when chances were real small. I picture me driving a foreign. Shawty, she riding the passenger side. Yeah, 3 in the morning, holding her head up, yeah. There from the beginning, there from the beginning. Oh, she was there from the beginning, yeah. Baby, you were there from the beginning. Shawty my ride or die, and she is my reason why I keep on grinding to buy her expensive things that money can buy. Her beauty represents me well. She loves me and others can tell. Her heart is where my love would dwell. Talk about her man and she would rebel. I ain't ashamed, this ain't a game. She was right there in the storm and the rain. Endure the pain and the financial strain. Now she gon' shine with the fortune and fame. She gambled her life for me, she sacrificed for me. She deserves it all. It's only right, you see, no matter the price, you see. I picture me driving a foreign. Yeah, she riding the passenger side. She riding 3 in the morning. Summer's bright, 'cause she was there. There from the beginning. Oh, baby, you were there. There from the beginning. Yeah. I picture me driving a foreign. Now my history is changing. She's my day one and there is no rearranging. She's had my back through the times when things were straining. Now she benefit from every cent I'm gaining. Listen to what I'm saying. No dividing, no compromising. She gon' ride while I keep on climbing. Just recognize we gon' keep on thriving. She believed that I'll see greatness in due timing. I picture me driving a foreign. Shawty, she riding the passenger side. She riding the passenger side. 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was there from the beginning. She was there in the beginning. There in the beginning. He took me driving a foreign with my lady.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is your brother Malik Truth coming to you live from BU Network Studios, and we do what we do for you. As I say every week, you could have been anywhere in life at this moment in time, but you chose to spend an hour with your brother Malik Truth, and for that, I appreciate you. I always give thanks to God first and foremost because he has given me such a tremendous gift to be able to share with you guys. The words that proceed out of my mouth are words that come from the living. So I just appreciate God for giving me all that he's given me to share with you guys. I appreciate our brother, Natrail.com, for allowing us to have such a beautiful platform to come and serve you guys with beautiful content, music, and everything. I'm telling you, I'm just happy to be here. He is a producer extraordinaire, is what I call him. Natrail.com, the producer extraordinaire. What you guys will listen to was one of his joints. One of my favorites from out of his repertoire is "Picture Me Driving a Foreign." Yes. So I want you guys to picture yourselves driving a foreign. And how can you do that? That is by realizing the greatness within you. The foreign car are your goals. It is everything that you dreamed and desired. Find your greatness and picture yourself riding that foreign. I want to thank all of my BU Network colleagues. Shannon the Queen was on just before me. And yo, them apples. Can we talk about them apples? Just go get one and you'll see. I can talk and talk and talk all I want, but go get an apple and you will see what I'm talking about. Now, I am Malik Truth, the author of the best-selling book, The Design Dating Purpose. This book is being read in so many cities and states here, also in Canada and India. Straight up, this thing is worth 2,400 rupees in India. Straight up, that tripped me out. But this book will help give you guideposts, therapeutic and spiritual guideposts to finding your greatness within yourself, fixing broken areas in your life, and pushing you forward with better relationships with yourselves in business and in other romantic relationships. So I urge you to go get the book. All right. Once again, you are tuned into Malik's Truth Radio Show. And I have a very, very special guest that I'm going to bring in just a moment. And she is my mogul. Put it that way. If she ain't a mogul to you, darn it, she's a mogul to me. And she is doing so many fantastic things with local artists, other artists. She is phenomenal. Let me just tell you that. I'm going to bring her in momentarily. But first, I'm going to let you know what our topic is going to be. Folks, I know that many of you out there that have been single for quite some time and are newly single, and you find yourself, what do I do with that status? What do I do with that status of single? Well, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of being single. So today's topic is called Single Good, Single Bad. And our sister Rashima Goldie Bradley is going to help me bring this heat of this topic to you guys. So welcome, my sister, your sister, my mogul, Rashima Goldie Bradley.
Thank you so much, Malik. I appreciate that. That is such a welcome, so I appreciate that very much.
You got it, sister, for sure, for sure. So tell us a little bit about Rashima, and then tell us a little bit about Goldie.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Rashima, I'm born here in Las Vegas, born by my mother, Linda Brown, my father, Fred William Ware, rest in peace.
Amen.
And I have, about 16 siblings, so I came from a huge family.
That's a big family.
I was raised in the Nation of Islam from the birth, and I don't quite study the religion too much more, but I do believe in it because it was embedded in me.
That's right.
As a young woman, so I do still follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat pork, and I try to do right by God and
Amen.
stay prayed up.
Doing right by God and doing right by people, that is the way, because I believe that even Jesus said, love one another as I have loved you.
Yeah.
And that way men will see that you are my disciples. So I think it's love that conquers all. And I guess we share the same thing, because my daddy, George Robert Jenkins Jr., who later became Hanif Muhammad, was a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and that became our socialization.
Okay.
So we experienced that culture. We experienced the different foods. So when I say bean soup, you understand what I'm saying, right?
I know definitely what bean soup is.
You understand that even though those were those broke moments, a good bowl of bean soup and a slice of bean pie was filling.
Yes, it is.
And then we didn't eat white bread, so we had to have that wheat bread, right?
Yes.
So but that's a good upbringing, and I hold dearly those teachings because they're powerful. They help you to find yourself as a Asiatic individual here in America, and as it's called, the wilderness of North America. And so you told us about Rashima. You told us about your background, that you come from Vegas and you have a wonderfully large family, 16.
Yeah.
What does that consist of?
Well, I have 7 brothers and 6 sisters.
7 brothers.
and 9 sisters.
7 brothers and 9 sisters. But let's focus on the brothers. 7 brothers. So if you messing with her,
Yes, yes.
you better learn how to keep your hands and everything else to yourself.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming deep, even with the Nation of
Ooh.
Islam.
Come on, and
Yes,
you know back in
brothers.
the day, the Nation of Islam, when they caught a brother beating on his wife, they took him to the alleyway somewhere and gave him some comfort.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah, you hit a woman and she reported it, you can expect deep embedded feet in your ass.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
absolutely. That's how they got down. But you know, people are reporting it now. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. More
They ain't
people
trying to
report
go to jail. But you know, it showed excellence in protection. It showed excellence in protecting, you know, who we call and know to be our queens, and they should be protected in all manners. So, so since you told them about the Rashima, there is in quotations.
Yes, the
this
Goldie one.
Goldie.
The golden, yes. the
Now,
golden.
is that like a switch persona for business? Tell me about that.
Okay, well, Goldie is a whole nother person. That is a red fire woman. That's the luscious red Goldie.
Come on,
you know
somebody.
What I'm saying? So that is the get up and go and making things happen. You know, Rashima, she's more humble and, you know, more settled, but everybody needs that alter ego, you know, to push them a little further to get into where they
Come
trying
on,
to go
sister.
to. And mine
Come on,
is
sister.
billions. Billions, I tell you, billions.
Come on, y'all. Y'all hear that? Yeah, and you know what I love her. Let y'all know I met Rashima on social media years ago, and I would always be quaint with her. I ain't never get fresh with her or
No,
nothing
you
like
never got
that.
fresh.
I always kept it, you know, either business or cordial, what have you, because I knew that one day I would be leaving Texas and coming back to Las Vegas, and I said, I want a friend in this system.
Okay, right on.
And I said, so, you know, I'm going to continue to mold myself and heal myself through the power of the Word of God, through the design, date, and purpose of what He's given me. So I said, rather than just write something and sell it, Malik, you need to learn how to practice what God gave you to give to other people.
Oh, yes. for
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
So
sure.
there's a lot of me that still lingers.
Okay.
But that's why I say healing and not heal, because none of us will ever be fully healed from something. We are always going through a healing to get to the other side. And what I tell people a lot is that you never really get over something. You learn how to manage it.
That's it. That's the key for real, because being in, you know, the business, you'll never get it right. You know, you just got to be able to have faith and know that whatever happens, that was going to happen in the first place.
That's
So
right.
I try to, you know, definitely cross all my T's and dot my I's.
Yes.
You know, to stay on top.
You got, and you have to. And what happens with being on top and pursuing anything worthwhile, and when it becomes our dreams and our desires, you better consider it worthwhile.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what drives me. What drives me are my passions and my goals, because you know what? I work because I have to. I do this because I love to.
Yes, and you're so awesome at it.
You know, thank you, sister.
Yes, y'all good.
And this is a beautiful thing. So when I say, let's talk about Rashima and then let's talk about Goldie, before there was a Goldie, there was a Rashima. What did Rashima do before she turned into Goldie?
I raised children. I raised children, and I went to school. I'm a graduate of San Diego State for psychology. So
Come on, somebody.
my children, I have a 28-year-old daughter and a 24-year-old doctor's son.
Look at that.
He's a pre-med doctor. So,
That's all right. Still
you
is.
know,
He
that was
internship
for
right
sure.
now?
Yeah.
See, not even halfway. He's a quarter of the way there. He just got to work about 100 hours for the next 2 years.
Yeah, but he loves it.
And that's
He
the
loves
key.
it. He loves
That's
it.
the
He
key.
works 16 hours, and he calls me every weekend and be like, "Mom, I love this job."
Yes. Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. And when I say passion, I look at even our producer Nate Trail. This brother will be up in the wee hours of the morning with his socks off, feet stinking and everything, producing the hottest beats. And
I believe it, too.
His
I
his
believe
beats is just as funky as his feet.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, check
Thank
this
you.
out.
All right, y'all. We got no, I ain't gonna put that. They ain't sponsoring me.
Oh yeah. But it is a neat soda.
But when this peach soda company
a
starts
peach
sponsoring me,
soda.
I'm gonna show y'all all day, every day. So
Right.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my fist right across the name and everything, and indulge the peachiness.
Okay.
Yes.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yes, yes. I ain't, like I said, it's peach soda, but I ain't gonna tell you who make, because they ain't paying me yet.
They
Y'all
will.
hear I say yet.
They will. That's right. Yeah.
But when we talk about Goldie and Rashima, you told us that you raised children, and you've done it successfully because you have children who are pursuing their dreams and their desires. And then I know you had to do something to make some money.
Oh yeah.
And I know, as fine as you are, I know a lot of people saying, "What she do? She roll down the pole." But let me tell you the exciting thing about this sister right here.
Yeah.
This sister right here, before you see this right here, she was heavier than that.
Yes, I was. Yes. I lost like probably about a good 120 pounds.
Woo!
Yeah.
120. But let me tell y'all, thick and at this size, the woman's still beautiful here and beautiful there.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying,
Appreciate
y'all?
that.
So appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And, lose weight not because people are telling you to, but do it because you know that you want to get to a healthier level in life, and you want to see the image that you want to see. So when we talk about making a living, Goldie, what were you doing before you became the mogul?
Well, I've been at UPS for over 17, 18 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Are you still there?
No, I'm not there at this time. I am pursuing in my own, and that's the Luscious Red Gold Management. So I have a management company as well as Luscious Red Gold Entertainment.
Yes.
So those are the careers I'm pushing. And
That's it.
I have other partners that I work with. We Get You Heard.
Okay.
Las Vegas Cannabis Awards. I'm the entertainment director as well as the award connector producer. So
Awesome.
I do a lot of things.
Awesome. And y'all hear that? She worked for a company for quite a long time, almost over 2 decades.
Yeah, over 2 decades.
And in doing so, you have to realize that there is a fixed mindset now. Get up, go to work, make the check, do whatever else in the interim. All the while still having goals, dreams, and desires. But there was a point, I would believe, that you said, I gotta go and roll the dice.
I did. I really did. Because I felt stuck at UPS. I was working for their aircraft, and it started to be a routine that wasn't changing up. So I had to do something different. I always been into the entertainment business. I started out with the Palomino. I helped Foreplay bring in the black women in that industry.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
They got some of the
that.
baddest.
Yeah. Foreplay is a real good guy, and I just been keep pushing it ever since then.
Excellent. And that's what we want to talk about. We want to go there. When we pursue our goals and our dreams, and we step out on faith and saying that I am going to do this, then turns one mindset into another mindset, because now it's not about waiting on a check. It's about creating
a
that
check money, yes.
and doing whatever righteously it is that you must do in order to secure that bag. And I will tell you this, I will tell you this loud. When you secure the bag, the best way to secure the bag is to continue to do that which you love to do, serve the public, and the bag will come to you.
Yes.
Can
that
I get
is
an
so
amen?
true. Amen. Amen. When I stopped chasing the money, it started rolling in. So I started going after the dream and the goals that I had put placed in front of me. And I promise you, the money will definitely come, because it's rolling in like water right now.
Come on, somebody. She said
Yeah.
it's rolling in like agua.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
Abundance.
It makes it all worthwhile having taken the chance at following and pursuing your dreams. So those of you who are watching right now and you feel stuck in your job, my advice to you is to learn how to section a portion of your time and start applying that to your dreams and your goals. I'm not asking you to leave your house, your job, because you ain't about to call me up and say I did something expecting me to pay your bills. No.
Right.
What I am saying though is section off a portion of that time that you've dedicated to someone else's dream and put it towards your own. And let me tell you, eventually the doors will open for you. And when those doors open for you, as we were talking earlier about being single good and being single bad, when you are pursuing something, anything in life, again, there is a different mindset there.
It is.
And you just can't allow anyone to come in,
No, you can't.
because we as human beings, we breed off energy. And some of that energy could be leeching energy, and then some of that energy could be what's called synergy, where it just fits well and there is a balance. So when we talk about protecting ourselves, sister, from those certain energies, when we're in that element, in that area of singlehood, what advice would you give to a sister or brother out there when they're experiencing being single?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Find loving yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, then it's going to be hard to find someone out there. And my daddy, I call it the Fred Ho quote. I don't know if you cuss, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, say it.
But the Fred Ho quote is, like the one that like you and not the one that you like. So you'll find out by, liking the one that you like, will do things for you, and the one that you like, you'll find yourself doing things for them. Yeah,
That's true.
I just say stay prayed up. And it is hard out there, so I say be careful. There's so much information on the internet about people. You can do your research and see what their backgrounds or what their character is.
You sure can. You can definitely do that research out there. And before we continue, I do want to give some shots out, and if those that are tuning in, you can give shots out too. Okay. I want to give shots out to Shelly Shell Williams. They call her Miss Philly Oprah out in Philly. Thank you for tuning in, sister. Amber Jones, thank you so much for showing us the way and giving me such insight and encouragement. Nika Mo, what's up? God bless you, sister. Thank you for tuning in. And let's see here. We got a whole bunch of folks saying amens and amazing and yes, go girl, and all of that stuff.
Okay,
come on, we even got some dollar signs, and we got Brian Moore just tuned in.
Oh, I love me some Brian. I love his
son.
What's up,
my brother?
His son just did an amazing show for me.
Okay.
For
Red Vegas, right?
Promo. Yes, Mr. Red Vegas, and that boy has a kick in him.
Yes.
He definitely has that stardom, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that success grow.
Yes, and you know what? The more he matures, the better that young brother gonna get.
Oh yeah.
And because I attribute that to Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brian, I don't know his mom, but I know and I see Brian working with him. And even though Brian is living that single life, and he and I have talked multiple times, especially with regards to the design dating purpose, he puts his focus on Red Vegas.
Yes, he does. He does. And his wife, not his wife, but Red Vegas' mother is amazing as well.
Mm-hmm.
When Red Vegas performed at my 420, I had TJ Chapman. With TJ Chapman is B.O.B.
Okay.
T-Pain manager, and then I had Hype Magazine.
Okay,
and
come
they
on
was loving him. They gave him so much credit. So whatever Brian is doing, big ups, because he's doing an awesome job.
Keep doing it. Brian Moore of the Moore Foundation, MF.
Shout out to Mr. Brian Moore.
MF, and that don't stand for motherfucker. That stands
It could.
It sure could, though.
It definitely
but
could.
Brian is rocking, and I appreciate it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little passage from the Design Dating Purpose that pretty much hones in on what you was talking about, Rashima, with regards to knowing yourself, you guys. So when you're in the single phase, getting to know you is the most important thing. So what I say is, we seek to know many things about another person, all the while forgetting about the main subject in a dating scenario, which is ourselves. Getting to know ourselves isn't always an easy journey, because we're not always prepared to embark on that journey, because there's so much in the midst that we have to discover. We will encounter details about our life that we've missed or swept under the rug because of the pain was or still is too much to bear. And only with stark honesty and accepting to cope with bad memories and unpleasant experiences can we reach a place of resolve and begin to shed the old wineskin and put on a new one.
So your book is like affirmations? I mean, what is that? That was awesome. I need that like on my refrigerator.
So what I want you guys to remember, and thank you so much, sister, is, again, God gave me these words. I was going through a very painful part in my life where I rolled up on a sister whom I dated for like many years when we were young adults. But decades had gone by, and all we had to relish on were nostalgic memories.
Oh, okay.
And I realized that that was a bad route to go, that I should have taken more time to get to know the woman who she became and who she is today. And within that, she was expecting the 24-year-old Malik to show up, and I was expecting the 24-year-old Peaches to show up. Oh, did I just say her name? I'm sorry.
You did say her name.
But I love you.
Right.
You are still my friend and my sister. But we had a very terrible breakup because there was so much distance between us, mentally and morally and idealistically, that we just did not hone in on. And it broke us apart, and it kind of ruined our friendship.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
It really did. But I learned to manage and cope with all of that. But it was honestly through writing this that helped me to really grab hold of myself and realize that there is something special about the place that you're in right now, Malik. So do something with it. Right. So when you're single, y'all, learn to be comfortable with you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Stop relishing on I'm lonely. Those are the single bad parts about single.
It is, definitely. Because loneliness does come.
Yeah, it does.
It really
does. Hone in on that when that feeling and that spirit comes upon you of loneliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on and hone in on that. Talk about it, man, because I talk about mine. I talk about mine in the book.
Goodness gracious, it's been times that I laid on the couch watching movies and eating popcorn by myself and wish I had, a mate. I've been single for a little bit now, so right now I'm just really focusing on building this empire that I didn't really put a lot of energy in. So, if a man comes, then, he's welcome. But he got to come correct, and I need someone at least at my level,
That's it. And don't tell a man how to come correct. Trust me, if he know how to come correct, he going to show you.
He is.
Because if you tell him how to come correct, he's going to present to you what you want to see.
Right. You're building a man.
Yes, exactly. Don't. This ain't Build-A-Bear, y'all.
No, not
Stop building a man. The man is going to come to you. It says he that findeth a wife, not she that findeth a husband.
Yeah.
So ladies, stop looking. Prepare yourself. Ruth was found working. Boaz noticed her because she was working every day in his field, gleaming. We know what that is, y'all. Gleaming is taking the sheathings and the scraps from what was once whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what you want to do is take the scraps of your life. And all of us, because we're broken in one way or another, whether you want to believe this or not, every single one of us has a hurt little boy or little girl inside them that has yet to be tended to correctly. And when we go back and revisit that individual, we can learn how to live single good instead of living single bad. Yeah. Because when you live single bad, you invite
Go tell her
you invite the worst of the worst in your life just to fill a void. And then you think in retrospect, was it worth it? Well, she got some good this and he got some good that, but was it worth it?
It don't usually be worth it. It usually be a headache more than what the loneliness was bringing you.
Boy, you was like, I can do what all by myself?
I could be lonely, I
can do lonely, I could be bad all by myself.
I could do bad by myself.
All by myself. And that's the bad part. So what we want to do is get you guys that are out there that are single, focus on the single good,
Yeah,
because the
single
single good helps you to understand yourself, loves yourself, gives you time to go back and reach under that rug that you swept all of that shit under and revisit those issues and begin your healing process. Being single is not a lonely place.
It's not. It's not. It's a place for you. Honestly, if God wanted someone in your life at that moment, then I think He would have fulfilled that need, because that's what your prayers is there for. And so, sometimes being lonely is for you to get to know you. And this corona really did it, because I was in the home by myself, so I got to know me.
Come on.
So I studied, I read, I made connections, because everybody was at home, so I felt like that was the perfect time to, kick doors down, especially since the strip is shut down, So it is time for us to make some noise so that Las Vegas natives get that recognition that we've been looking for so long.
You better say that. Now, I got Mika Mo on here saying that's when my relationship with God became the strongest, when she was in her phase of single.
It is.
So, Mika, if you want to call in and talk about that, we'd love to hear that story. And she says you always have a friend. Thank you.
What'd she say? I like it. Go ahead.
She
lady.
said you always have a friend. Let me say, you always have a friend in Jesus.
You do. You got a friend in Jesus.
I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. And I agree with you, Mika. We always have a friend in the living word of God, because it's within that living word that breathes life, protection, healing, and a sense of worth in us all if we would just embrace it. I want to thank y'all guys for tuning in for this portion of the show. We're going to take a small break, and we want you guys to stick in there with us. I am here with my sister, your sister, my mogul, Rashima Goldie Bradley.
Thank you so much for the love. I really appreciate it.
For sure. We'll be right back, y'all. 2 and 2. I was never complacent. You doing good?
Yeah. Why they so jealous? Natural. DT 702. Deny 'cause you got it like that. Dick in the thighs and that ass so fat. They hate it when you get attention. When you walk by, they don't say nothing. They jealous. They be jealous. Them folks, they so jealous. They be jealous. Turn heads when she walk in. Superstar paparazzi start flocking. As the beat starts knocking, shorty hit the dance floor, ass start dropping. She's truly independent. She's grinding and she's winning. The other girls pretending, not stopping till she fending. She ain't got no man unless you got them bands. Why these hoes be hating? The drama they're creating, but it ain't even phasing you 'cause you're amazing. Ass so fat. Don't say nothing. They're jealous, yeah. Them hoes so jealous. They be jealous. She like the room when she enters. Everyone's attention, she is the center. Fellas double take when they see her. Watch her transform as the beat hits the speaker. Shawty ain't no average chick. Unless you coming with those bands, no, she's not having it. No. She ain't got no man. Unless you got them bands, no. Why these hoes be hating? The drama they're creating, it ain't even phasing you 'cause you're amazing. Yeah, yeah. everybody in the club stop and stare. Them thick thighs in the ass, Ric Flair. Please remind them as you walking over here. Just pop it and lock it, then drop it, don't stop it. You the hot topic, they know you got options. They jealous, it's toxic, they harmless, no caution. Just do it, go do it, do it. Clap for me, mommy, clap, clap for me, mommy. Make it boom back for me, mommy. Frame on time, hourglass type of body with an apple bottom. She don't need jeans for it, only shake what your mama gave you. Shake, shake, take it all, money made good. Take, look at they faces, the wrinkles, they stressing, rebellious. No, they jealous. Why they so mad though? Got it like that. Yeah, get attention. These hoes is so jealous. They be jealous. They be jealous. These hoes so jealous.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You are still tuned in to Malik's Truth, where I have with me my very wonderful guest, Rashima Goldie Bradley, and we are discussing single good, single bad. There is a good side and upside to being single, but there also is a bad side to being single. And how do you decipher the good from the bad side of being single? Mindset. If you look at single as being something that is not a state you want to be in, and it's boring and it's this and it's that, everything else except for honing in on the opportunity to get to know you, to focus in on you, to start correcting some areas and hitting some areas in your life that's worthwhile. Now, that's the mindset you want to have. Now, when you start thinking of it like, I need this person, I need that person, I gotta have this, you know what? That's a mindset I want to encourage you to steer yourself away from, because it's going to lead you into what's called those substitute traps. All you're looking for is somebody to fill in. Stop looking for a fill-in and start looking for a forever. What do you think about that, sister?
I think that's dope. You know, a lot of people, when they look towards someone, that's because of fear. And because of the fear, they feel like, you know, they can't be alone, or if they let this person go, they're going to go and love on someone else, you know. So when you start having those feelings, those are fear. And we all know that fear is a sin, so you want to definitely stray away from that. I just say, you know, stay prayed up. That's
stay prayed up. And you know, sure. Being a sister in a male-dominated business.
Oh, very much so.
What do you do to guarantee your safety of mind and person?
I think I hold my own pretty well. You know, I'm able to maneuver and, you know, get out of situations. And one thing you don't want to do is sleep with the people you're doing business with. That definitely is a no-no. It definitely causes confusion and conflicts. So you definitely want to stay that. And then you don't, you know, me being a woman in the game, I don't want the reputation of being a whore, or, you know. So I want, you know, when I walk in the office or in a building, you know, of course I'm going to get eyes because I'm a tall, attractive woman, but I want to be respected by what I do and what I bring.
And that's important. And men, it's the same thing for you. You know, knowing that you are an attractive brother physically, but also what also makes you attractive are your valuables, your material things, to many eyes, not all eyes, but to many eyes. And you have to be sure within yourself to learn how to decipher what's what. Because you don't want to get with a woman just because she fine as hell. I mean, Rashima fine as hell, but you know what? The design dating purpose teaches me to find an acquaintance first. Is it a hard task? Yes, based off your mindset. Finding a friend in a woman is mindset.
It is, definitely.
If you let your desires overtake you, trust and believe, depending on where she's at in her vibe, she gonna sense that. She's gonna sense the pretension, and she's definitely gonna sense the heat. So you guys want to learn how to discover the areas in your life that has caused you pain and the areas of your life that are broken too, brother. Stop being so macho. Stop being so macho. Your machoism is what's destroying you the most, because your machoism tells you that you all right, that ain't nothing wrong with you. But deep inside, in the midnight hours, you know what happened to you. You know what you saw. You understand? So, men, I'm embracing you right now. Understanding who you are and fixing the hurts and pains in your life, that's masculine. That's not emasculating. That's masculine. So when you are in a single state, brothers, use that time to continue to get to know you. Shape your dreams. Connect your desires and your intentions with those dreams and pursue those. Because one thing that is true, you can lose a lot of money chasing pussy,
Yes, you can.
but
and
you'll
get
never
killed.
lose a lot of pussy chasing money.
No, ain't that the truth? Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the truth. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So realize that, fellas, and also realize that that's not always in. I guess because I'm 50.
Oh, you look good.
I don't. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Black don't crack unless you smoke it.
I know that's right. Woo.
All right, and I don't.
No, we don't.
And let me let you know, fellas, I'm here to encourage you to a new mindset, a new way of thinking. Single is a good place to be. And again, like I said, because you can get a chance to get to know yourself and love yourself, recognize your worth. And once you do that, trust and believe, you will see and detect the energy that's given off from a woman that is not for you. That I'm telling you, that is not for you. She may be good in other useful ways that you feel as though she's useful in. But when it all boils down to it, when you look at the whole picture, is she an acquaintance? What are some of the things that trigger her? Does she listen to your dreams and ideas? Does she support your dreams and ideas? Is she nurturing? These are the things you want to learn to find out about an individual before you say, "Oh man, she about to be the next Miss So and So." It kind of remind me of Boomerang.
Okay.
When Eddie Murphy was saying that he gonna marry Robin Givens' character because she got some good pussy
Right.
and got pretty feet.
What's that? The 70-20?
Come on now, 70-20 like a mug, 70-30, 70-20. You know what I'm
70-30,
saying?
yeah,
What we looking
70-30,
for? We
80-20.
talking about that 50-50 love.
Yeah.
Like Teddy Pendergrass saying, talking about a 70-30, not a 60-40.
Okay, right.
But we're talking about a 50-50 love. So let me tell y'all, you want to look for that individual that gives you balance, that makes you understand why it was worth being single good instead of single bad. Now, a while ago, I had a show that we discussed, can a woman raise a man? And that I put it in proper context, looking at man as simply a gender and an idea. And if a woman brings that man up to be respectful to other women, follow his dreams and his goals, then she's done her half of what it takes to make a whole man.
Yes.
And we all should understand that it takes two. That's why God gave us two. Yeah. Unfortunately, many of us have abandoned our post and have caused the women to take dual roles, which is she's let me tell you, she's not supposed to be in there. Is she built for it? Yes, she could do anything. But she is not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there doing your other portion of showing the man through modeling your life of what manhood really is. Loving his mother, loving life, protecting, providing, going after your dreams. Everything that it is that mama gave him theoretically, it's your job to show him through your life.
It is.
So we need both. But can a woman do it on her own and raise him on her behalf? Doing her part? Absolutely. Now, you said that your son is a doctor.
Mm-hmm. He's on his way. He's a pre-med.
Mm-hmm.
He works in anesthesia, and his goal is to be an orthopedic surgeon.
Come on.
Where he deals with the bone. Is that
The bone.
Orthopedic, right?
Yeah, orthopedic. Yep,
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
Bone specialist.
Yeah, he's wanting to be a
Yep.
bone specialist. So that's what he's been in there. My son, he's been like a nerd all his life. So
Really?
he read books all the time. I didn't have any problems with him until his 12th grade year.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Yeah, he got some.
He got some. See, y'all
and
hear
lost
that?
his mind. And lost his everlasting
And when
mind.
you a nerd and you finally get that nut,
Right.
man, some crazy things. Because I was the same way. I was a nerd.
Yeah, you was a nerd as
I
well?
was a nerd. You see the glasses, they thick.
See, the Maliks. You name your son Malik. Definitely getting you an educated young man.
Exactly. Come on. And you know what? Malik means king,
Yes, it does.
boss,
Yes.
leader.
Yes.
And that is an attribute that I believe that my mom knew that I would always fashion myself into. Did it take a while because of some really poor decisions on my part?
I'm sure
Yes,
it
it did.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, brothers, sisters out there, it ain't never too late to be great.
It's never.
Never too late to be great. Sister Rashima and I, we're pursuing our dreams, and I'm 50. She probably ain't gonna tell you how old she is.
I'm in my 40s. I'm
She in her
45.
40s. She's
Yeah.
45. So look, most people think 45 is you just hang it up, punch a clock, and just, hey, if it ain't happened by now, it ain't gonna happen. But let me tell you, Colonel Sanders started the franchise at 65,
Yes.
and we all still loving his chicken,
Yes,
even
we
though they
do.
changed it a few times, the recipe. Because once you done taste the original recipe, you know they done changed it up a little bit.
Right.
They done changed the biscuits up.
Oh, did they?
Oh man, them biscuits ain't what they used to be back in the 70s.
Well, I heard the chicken ain't all that good.
The
either.
chicken ain't what it used to be back in the 70s neither.
No.
When it was finger licking good,
Yeah.
it was finger looking good back in the day. And let me tell you, so you raised your son and your daughters, but focusing on your son being where he's at right now, you have been able to manage your time properly. So when people right now, and let's look at the ladies, being in a single point in your life right now, knowing that you're yearning for a relationship, knowing that it's nice to have somebody hold your hips while you're flipping, that pan in the skillet or what have you, knowing it's nice to have somebody rub your head when you're watching TV, somebody enjoy the bowl of popcorn with, but that is not your right now. How do we encourage the sisters to focus on the single good right now?
How you focus on the single good. If you have children, put your energy into your children. If you are needing to better yourself in something, I say put your energy in that, your career, your body, your health. There's so many other things that you can really put your energy into to, take your mind off of what you don't have, and I guess be grateful for what you do have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good advice, sister. Y'all hear that? Put your mind on what's in front of you.
Right.
And what's evidently in front of you is you first and your kids. Those kids need you, sister. I know a lot of sisters, Rashima, who I've dealt with in my dog days, which I talk about in my book.
Okay.
And I know these sisters, I wasn't the only one running up. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time a kid asked me a question, threw me off, but I was like, and I was kind of not gonna hit mom that night. And when I say hit, I mean hit.
Right.
Because of what he said.
Right.
But it tripped me out because he said, "You're gonna go do it to my mom."
He told you that?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Now I'm 20-something years old. I had to think about it for a minute, but I'm still on horny. So logic didn't set in. You see, I was like, okay, that's kind of jacked up. But yeah, I think I'm about to go tear your mom's up tonight. But what I'm saying, sisters, is that you gotta watch. You gotta watch. Kids learn by observing.
They do.
I
And
mean-
his mama let him see too much.
Too much. Too many men done ran up in there,
Yeah.
up in the house and up in something else.
So you ain't my daddy.
I'll be your daddy tonight. I'll go get you a cheeseburger if it mean I can get with your mom one more time. But that's the person who I was.
Right.
And there's still a lot of grown men that operate under that.
Yeah, they do.
And sisters, you have to learn how to protect not only yourself but your kids from that type of Reggie.
Yes, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's that type of Reggie who ruins young girls' lives. Who, when you at work, he's somewhere where he ain't supposed to be.
Yeah, he is.
You see what I'm saying, ladies? And it ain't no movie. This stuff is happening for real. And ladies, they're not only after your little girls, but men, grown men have hidden the fact that they've been touched.
Yeah, I done heard a lot of stories about that. So yeah, you're right about, it's not only the girls, it's the boys too that you got to really look out for. So
Yes, you do. So learn to embrace the good of single. Protect your family.
Yeah.
Protect yourself. Learn to hone in on what your gifts are and let God make room for you by honing in on those gifts. Being single is a wonderful place to be at if you learn how to treat it properly. And how do you treat it properly, Malik? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yes,
How do you treat it properly? Learn to love you. Learn to love being with you. And learn about yourself while you're single. Because there's so much about yourself you don't really know about. And there's so much about yourself that you swept under the rug because the pain and the bad memories are just way too much to bear. But I'm encouraging you today to be single in a good way. And don't be single in a bad way, because being single in a bad way can cost you your mind, can cost you your children, can cost you your life. So learn to be single in a good way. That is my truth. That's Malik's truth. What's your truth, Rashima?
I'm saying the same thing. I'm going to jump off what you just said. Love yourself. If that person is forced into your life, it's not going to be right. You're not going to have no peace. You're going to forever be checking his phone. So, most definitely let it come in peacefully, and God is going to send you that person. So, just
Come on,
free.
you're going to have my shoulders jumping up and
Yeah,
down.
because
Come
it's
on.
about to jump the shoulders,
Hey. But yeah, we got to go in a minute, because I tell you, when we having a great show, I tell you, the time just flies by.
Oh, it does.
It does. It just flies by, and I hope that you guys have learned something today. Thank you for tuning in, because I hope you guys have learned something today. Rashima, let them know how they can find you.
You can find me at Luscious Red Gold on Instagram. You can find me at Rashima Goldie Bradley on Facebook. But anything that you put in Luscious Red Gold, you can find me. Also, I'm with We Get You Heard, Las Vegas. We have a show in Miami on the 28th with Chaotic from Love of Hip Hop. So all the artists out there, if you're interested in being seen, that's what I do. I get out there and I push your product and your craft. And, Vegas, we're on our way up.
That's what I'm talking about. So if you out there and you do not have management, let her manage you. Give her a shot at showing you what she can do for you. And don't forget about me, Malik Truth, The Design Dating Purpose is right there. I love this book. I'm telling you, I read this book every day. I'm telling you, because it's doing a lot still for me. Even as the author of it, it's still doing a lot for me. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I am not perfect, nor do I purport to be. But let me tell you, I've had some experiences and I've overcome some things. And I love to share that with you guys so that you can overcome yours. This is Malik Truth, and you've been tuned into the Malik's Truth Radio Show. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick, but I understand. No, I don't blame you at all. Oh, I just need one night with you, and we can keep our clothes on. That's if we can. I'm trying to get next to you, but you pass on every moment. Turn down my invitations. Oh yeah. But I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. in the blue